What's up, guys? Welcome to today's flow. Today is going to be a cozy all levels flow. So, cozy meaning you can do it anywhere you want. Your bedroom floor, you can use a mat to practice on if you'd like. And all levels meaning you can take this as easy as you need to. Use it as a chance to drop into your body and just check in to see how you're feeling and create some space. So, if you're practicing with a mat, we're going to start at the top of the mat. And then wherever you are, just bring feet underneath the hips. Roll the shoulders a couple times. Take a deep breath here. I invite you to close the eyes as we drop into the body. And just bring your focus inward. And shift forward into the toes. Shift the weight back into the heels. And just bringing awareness to what the body's telling you. What kind of feedback are you getting? Do you feel kind of tense and on edge, or do you feel relaxed and easy? And find a natural breath, whether that's through your nose or your mouth. Allow yourself to switch from that stress mode into stillness. And then on your next inhale, let's take a big reach overhead. Clasp the hands at the top, pull the knuckles towards the ceiling. And then bring the hands behind the head. You can blink the eyes open, or if it feels good to keep them closed, that is totally okay. Keep the focus inward. Pull the elbows back and actually lean back a little bit. Open the chest here. On your next exhale, bring the elbows forward around the back. Tuck the chin. And then as you breathe in, open back up to the ceiling. Pull elbows back, open the heart, open the chest. Exhale, bring it in, coil the spine. And then inhale, open, last one here. And release the hands behind, interlock the fingers, pull the knuckles down, open the shoulders, open the heart, open the collarbone. Easy breath here. Last full breath. All right, inhale, arms back overhead. This time you're going to bring your right knee width. So eye gaze can be wherever you want it to be. We're just lifting the knee about to hip height, and then bring the hands and hook right in front of that knee and pull it in tight. You're almost like pulling the chest through as you pull the shoulders back. You can tap down if you need. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. As you release, right foot goes behind left, right arm goes up to the sky, and left hand is going to wrap behind your back. A little side body stretch. Use your breath to open up the right side of the body. And as you unravel from this stretch, just come back to center. And then arms are going to go back up overhead. This time left knee comes up. Exhale, hook it in to the chest. Let yourself be a little wobbly in that right leg. Just getting everything activated, getting everything a little bit awake. We're here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Left leg travels behind the right. Left arm goes up for that side body stretch, and right arm wraps around and hooks to the other side. You've got one more full round of breath here. And then unravel. Bring the feet back under the hips, shake out the legs a little bit, and then allow yourself to just kind of melt into a forward fold. So bend the knees a lot to start. You're going to hinge from your hips, And almost as if you're setting the ribs and the stomach on the thighs here, relax here. And then bring the hands either to the floor or behind. You can even ragdoll here. So ragdoll is when you're placing one hand on each elbow, and it just adds a little bit more weight to that pull. You can add a small shift of weight from side to side. You're going to notice right away the feedback in the back of the legs. So if this soft bend seems like too much and you want a little bit more feedback, a little bit more of a stretch, you're just going to start to straighten those legs little by little and find like that sweet spot where you feel a stretch, but you're not like holding your breath. We got just a couple more breaths here. Maybe as we sway from side to side, you're lifting one heel and setting the other down. All right, let's find a half lift. Hands to the floor or shins. Find a flat back. Eye gaze directly down. And then from here, we're going to place the hands on the floor, bend the knees, and step back to a tabletop position. So you want hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips. And then from here, let's move into some slow cat-cow. Press the palms into the mat, pull the belly, and start to round the back. As you invite your next inhale in, drop the belly, open the chest, bring the eye gaze up and forward. Exhale, repeat, reverse that movement. And then here I want you to take the pace that feels most organic to you as you flow through those inhales and exhales. So make them as slow and generous as you need to in your body. We'll do about 10 rounds, so you're probably about halfway there. Notice how they feel in your body, how they feel in your spine. Just a couple more. When you're ready to move on, let's shift around in the hips a little bit. So shift the hips over to the left side, and then take this right shoulder and draw it back towards the hip. So it's almost like you're going to go into like a wagging your tail motion. You're going to bring the hips to the right side and left shoulder pulls back to the hips. And then just like your cat-cow, I want you to take this as slow as your body needs to. And feel free to make it any shape you want to. If you want to make it into a full circle, you can kind of groove around in the shoulders. We'll be here for about 5 more rounds of breath. So a little time to play. Last 2. And settle back into your tabletop position. Keep your hips over the knees just as they are, and then only your arms are crawling forward. So move into puppy pose by drawing the heart down towards the earth and hips stay high. Just a couple breaths here. I know this can be a big pose for a lot of us. And then walk it back to all fours. Let's find our first down dog. So from your tabletop position, just slide the toes underneath, push the palms away, hips go up and back, and then start to paddle out the feet here. Start to bring a little bit more life into the body. Wake up the calves, wake up the ankles. All right, left leg is gonna lift up and travel outside the left hand. You're gonna rest the right knee down and unravel the right foot. From here, we're just gonna shift forward, opening the chest, and then a little bit back. Forward, a little bit back. So not a huge movement just yet. One more. And then this time, take it all the way back. Let the toes lift on that left side. Release into it with the breath. On your next inhale, bring the weight forward back into that left knee or left foot, hand to the knee, and then lift up just a little bit. See how this feels and kind of feel it out. If it feels too intense, I want you to stay by supporting your hands on the ground. Otherwise, let this right psoas start to open. Let your shoulders relax here. Soften your face. If it feels good to advance, reach the arms up and open the heart. Remember, this is an all levels flow, so if you feel like there's an option you already know you want to move into, this is your time to do it. Or you can just stay moving along with me. If you want to keep moving on and try different things, right hand is going to come to the right thigh, and then open the heart just a little bit more. All right, let's come back. Inhale, arms up, reach down. Right toe lifts, and then send it behind you, almost like a little kickstand. You're going to shift the weight into the left foot and then back. You can open your arms, inhale to rise, and exhale to land, or you can literally just kind of chill out here. Let's do just one more. Inhale. This time we stay hand to the ankle or elbow to knee. You're going to reach overhead. One more big breath here. And arms reach up. We travel all the way to the other side. Right hand plants down to the mat. Straighten the left leg and reach the left hand overhead now. Eye gaze up towards the ceiling. One more full breath. All right, let's unravel. Bend the knee, come back up, hands come back and frame the foot. Lift your kickstand, reset, and then bring that left foot back into either your tabletop position or back into your down dog, your choice. Use this as your reset. So if that tabletop feels a little more restful, a little more gentle, feel free to stay there. Maybe a few cat cows, or if you're in down dog, a few paddles of the heel. All right, when you're ready, right leg is going to travel up and outside the hand. Drop the left knee, release the left toe, and then find those little shifts. Little shift back, and then heart forward. Little shift back, heart forward. Let your breath flow naturally here. This time, pull it all the way back. Let the toes lift. Feel that stretch, that feedback in the back of the leg. Maybe hips, maybe hamstrings. Last breath here. Bring the weight back into the right foot. And then, just like on the other side, you can stay here if you'd like. Otherwise, hand to knee. And then just bring yourself up. Let your hips naturally drop down. That's going to create the stretch for you. We don't have to force it. Just let it be. And return to your breath. Stay here, or maybe we take a reach up. Invite that breath into the front body. Option to take left hand to the left thigh, and then we reach up and back to open the heart. Can you give me one more big round of breath here? Full inhale and a soft, slow exhale. And then we come back to center. Now, we're doing the other side, so I'm going to face away from you actually this time. You're going to pick up the left toe, send it behind you like that kickstand. And then we're shifting into this right leg now. Remember, you can just relax into it, or you can lift and inhale and exhale and drop like a modified warrior. And last one, settle into either elbow to knee or hand to ankle, and left hand goes overhead. Let's head to the other side. Inhale all the way. Left hand, plant, exhale, and then reach through all the way from those right toes to those right fingertips. One more big breath. And as we travel back where we were, take a breath into the top, exhale, land under your kickstand, and then slide the leg back. We're gonna take a child's pose here. So knees go wide, toes are gonna land together, and then booty presses back towards your heels. Reach the arms forward and rest the chest at a depth that feels good to you. There's no pressure to get deep into this. Just take a small rest. And then you can either stay just as you are and just enjoy this child's pose, or take the hands and walk them to the right side of the room. And then start to reach through the left pinky to where you feel this whole side body stretch through the left side. Head can land wherever it wants. You can twist. I really just want you to be comfortable here and not like straining to be deep into it. Just allow it to be whatever it is. All right, let's travel to the other side. You may notice one side feels a little different than the other, and that is totally okay. Again, allowing it to be whatever it is, however it shows up for you today. All right, walking your way back to center. Here, we're gonna bring our weight all the way forward, and then you're actually just gonna straighten the legs and come all the way down. Elbows are gonna come underneath of the shoulders, and fingertips are spread wide. Palms are placed upon your mat, and then you're almost gripping your mat and pulling the chest forward and open. Take a deep breath here. This is how we are going to finish our practice today. So you can stay in this honestly for as long as it feels good to you. We're gonna close out our practice with just a few breaths. So when you're ready, just place your arms, stack, and rest your head. You can put forehead down or to the side. Rock your hips from side to side. See if you can make just a tiny bit more contact with the mat. Notice how your body feels. Notice the inhales and the exhales as they flow in and out of the body. Again, you are welcome to stay in this finishing position as long as you'd like. Thank you for practicing with me today.